High school years are always wrapped in soft, quiet memories, filled with trivial warmth and unspoken heartbeat. For Clara Hayes, her entire youthful secret was hidden in the quiet glances she stole at Ethan Carter. Ethan was the most outstanding boy in grade. Tall, clean-mannered, and always calm and gentle, he excelled in academics, volunteered for every school activity, and treated every classmate with sincere politeness. He was the kind of person who naturally stood in the spotlight, bright and approachable to everyone. Clara was quiet and introverted. She was diligent in her studies, always Saturday in the back of the classroom, and was used to hiding in the crowd. She was not bold or outgoing, nor did she seek attention. Ever since Ethan helped her pick up scattered textbooks on a crowded corridor morning, she had quietly kept a soft crush in her heart. It was a simple, pure feeling, without extravagant expectations or bold thoughts, only silent admiration and careful observation. After class every day, Clara would pretend to sort out her stationery while secretly watching Ethan chat with his friends. She would memorize his small habits. He always drank warm water after morning exercise, liked to sit by the window during self-study class, and would patiently help classmates explain difficult knowledge points without impatience. She never took the initiative to approach him, never sent messages or looked for excuses to talk. She was afraid of breaking the quiet distance between them, afraid of letting her trivial secret be discovered. This unspoken crush became the softest and most persistent motivation for her youth. In order to get closer to his outstanding grades and match his shining excellence, she began to study harder than ever, making detailed daily study plans, sorting out error notebooks carefully, and taking every quiz and exam seriously. She never dared to have extravagant romantic fantasies. Her only simple wish was to polish herself quietly, improve her grades steadily, and one day stand at the same excellent height as him. She wanted to prove that she could also shine brightly, side by side with the person she admired. Her crush was never flamboyant or bold, but humble, sincere, and extremely persistent, quietly hidden in every ordinary and hard-working day of her high school life. Time passed quickly in the busy study and silent observation. The annual school sports meeting arrived as scheduled, the autumn wind was clear, and the playground was full of noisy and youthful vitality. Ethan signed up for the long-distance running event, a tough race that tested perseverance and physical strength. On the day of the competition, all classes gathered around the track to cheer for the runners. Clara stood quietly at the corner of the crowd, her eyes fixed firmly on Ethan's figure in the final lap of the long-distance race. Ethan's physical strength was exhausted. His pace slowed down, obviously, and fine sweat soaked his forehead hair. Many students stopped cheering, thinking he would give up. But Ethan still gritted his teeth and insisted on moving forward step by step, never stopping or slackening. Looking at his persistent figure, Clara's heart beat rapidly. Without thinking, she raised her voice and shouted his name to cheer him on. It was the first time she had made such a bold move, her voice clear and trembling in the noisy crowd. Many people turned their heads in surprise, and Ethan also heard the faint but firm cheering sound. He raised his head slightly, swept his eyes across the crowd, and accidentally met Clara's flustered and earnest gaze. In that instant, both of them froze for a second. Ethan quickly curled up the corner of his mouth, nodded gently at her direction, and then sprinted hard across the finish line. After the race, while everyone was surrounding him to celebrate, Ethan walked straight to the shy girl standing in the corner, wiping the sweat off his forehead. He said softly, "Thank you for cheering for me just now." Clara's face flushed instantly, her heart pounding uncontrollably in her chest. She was too nervous to organize her words and could only nod awkwardly, her eyes dodging shyly. The short and plain conversation seemed trivial to others, but it was incredibly precious to her. It was the first time her long-hidden silent crush, accumulated from countless stolen glances and quiet admiration, had received such a warm and gentle response. That simple moment quietly lit up her entire ordinary high school youth. After that day, there was a subtle, tacit understanding between them. Ethan would take the initiative to greet her when they met in the corridor. He would leave a clean notebook with key knowledge notes on her desk when she was absent from class. He would patiently answer her questions when she took the initiative to ask for study help. He never made exaggerated gestures or ambiguous words, only gentle and sincere care. Clara's inferiority and timidity gradually faded away. Under his gentle influence, she became more confident and cheerful, began to take the initiative to communicate with classmates, and kept improving herself. She still cherished this secret crush, but it was no longer humble anxiety, but positive motivation to become better. As the college entrance examination approached, the whole grade fell into intense review. They studied hard side by side in the same classroom, accompanied each other through every late self-study and every difficult day. They encouraged each other, supervised each other's progress, and grew up hand in hand in the most ordinary youth. On the graduation day, the sun was bright and the campus was full of parting emotions. Before leaving the classroom, Ethan took the initiative to walk to Clara's side. He handed her a handwritten letter with neat and warm handwriting. In the letter, he wrote that he had long noticed her quiet gaze, admired her diligence and gentleness, and hoped to walk into the same future with her. Opening the letter, Clara's eyes were filled with warm light. Her years of silent crush were never unrequited. All the stolen glances, hidden admiration, and persistent efforts were seen and cherished by the boy she liked. Youth's most beautiful love is never vigorous passion or grand declaration. It is the shy, secret crush hidden in countless fleeting glances. The silent mutual encouragement in busy struggles, the warm companionship through tired late-night studies, and the gentle self-improvement achieved side by side. There is no impulsive haste or utilitarian purpose, only pure sincerity and tender persistence. Their youthful affection is clean, simple, and unforgettable. Walking through the trivial and ordinary days of adolescence, leaving the softest and warmest precious memory in each other's growth journey.